What's up, man?
Relay, I'm overlapping relay. I double back and replay. It's not a game, no EA. I'm global trapping eBay. I make it look so easy. You'll never touch a cement. I double profits each way. Relay.
What's going on, likers, subscribers, and everyday vibers? It's your boy T Rev. So today, totally different video. My fiance, my sisters have been kind of suggesting for a while that I do some cooking videos. I personally love to cook. I love to watch people enjoy my food. So today I'm actually trying something different for the very first time. One, making this video, and two, I'm going to be cooking some birria tacos. So first I'm going to go over the ingredients, and then I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly what I do. I kind of went through HEB, looked at general lists that people had put out, and I picked and chose what I wanted to put in mine. So if you don't like it, completely up to you, personal preference, but this is how I'm going to cook it. If you do have a way that you cook it that you like, feel free to comment that down below. Let us know why you like it. The first thing, of course, you had to get your meats. So I went with the beef chuck shoulder. There were some super lean ones, but I chose to go with one with a little bit of fat on there, just because I think that fat actually adds a little bit more flavor into your food. So I chose to get one that wasn't as lean. Beef chuck short ribs to actually throw in there as well. And then it's just gonna add two different textures of meat into the birria tacos. I think it's gonna be amazing with both of these in there. Again, I chose not to go as lean. I wanted something with a little bit of fat on there. To make the sauce, I chose to go with the hot chiles. I got some bay leaves as well. I throw a couple of those in there. And then I grabbed some sazon as well. That I'll mix in there as well to pretty much braise the short ribs in. And then I got some adobo seasoning, as well as some garlic salt. Garlic salt, I just kind of needed some. We use it pretty much in everything. We love garlic in this house. As far as veggies, I do have some serrano chilies right here. I love how spicy they are. I also got a white onion here. This is one that we already had in the house, but I'm gonna chop some of that up to put in the crock pot as well to let this slow cook together. And then of course we got some fresh cilantro. We're gonna chop that up as well. Now that'll be put in the broth after you're actually finished to dip the birria tacos in. And then we have corn tortillas, of course. You already know what we're gonna do with those. That'll be what we put everything in. I love the HEB brands. This one's Mi Comida, and it says queso tipo Oaxaca rallado. Like I said, this is my first time cooking it, so I'm going with what I think I should put it, and then I can actually tweak it as I go. That's kind of how I learn how to cook anything. So again, if you have a way, or a cheese or a beef cut that you use in your tacos, feel free to comment down below. Let me know exactly what you use. Let's get into the video. All right, so we're in the kitchen now. We're about to start the prep work. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to add some canola oil into this skillet, and I'm going to be searing the beef shoulder and also the beef ribs on a high heat. I'm gonna use about 1.5 cups of canola oil. So while this is actually heating up, we're gonna get over here. And we're pretty much gonna take these one by one and get them ready to go into the pot. What I'm gonna do, so that it's not crazy spicy, is cut them down the middle. We're gonna take all the seeds out and get these ready to throw in that pot for a quick boil. This is where our red sauce is gonna come from, that we're actually going to put our beef ribs and everything in once they're ready to go into the crock pot. I'm also gonna cut up, I'm debating right now whether I'm gonna use 2 or just 1, but I'm gonna put this in there as well to actually mix up into the broth that we're gonna cook these in the slow cooker. But I will let you guys know for sure. So this is literally just for a sear on the beef chuck roast and also on the ribs. I'm just gonna give it like a little brown crust on the outside. You're not gonna do it long at all, about a minute each side. I guess so this video is not so dry, I can kind of give you guys a little bit of insight into how I got into cooking. If you ask my family, and it's completely true, I was never a cook. I never wanted to cook. Just to show you or give you an example of how lazy I was, I used to have my little sister cook me ramen noodles. That's how lazy I was when it came to cooking. And then when I actually moved out of my parents' house and I moved in on my own, I started to cook for myself. And a lot of the cooking tips that I got were from my mom. But when I was trying something different that I had never tried before, I honestly went on YouTube. I just love to cook for people, you know, and when I came down to Texas, I thought I knew a lot about barbecue. One of my favorite things to do now is to barbecue. I thought I knew how to smoke stuff, all that good stuff, and then I came out into Texas and I tried barbecue for the first time down here and realized that I had no idea what I was doing. One of my favorite thing, and also my fiance's favorite thing to do, I know a lot of people aren't fans of chicken leg quarters, but if this video does pretty good, what I'll do is I'll show you guys how I make my chicken leg quarters. They're very inexpensive, they have a nice amount of meat on them, and if you smoke them for about 2.5 to 3 hours, they are amazing. And I'm talking about fall off the bone, like you grab that chicken leg and the whole thing's coming apart. I'm gonna give it a nice little sear on all sides. And then we're gonna do the same to the beef ribs.
So when you teach them how to make your leg quarters, are you gonna teach them the elotes too?
Oh yeah. I love this.
And some leg quarters.
Dang. It's one of our favorite things, and jalapeno poppers.
I wish they can smell this.
It smells really good, right?
Yeah.
Bikers gotta eat too, right? So you guys let me know, like, what's your favorite dish? I want to know what you guys like to eat. At the end of the day, I guess this channel can kind of be something that we can all vibe on. Everybody's got to eat.
I know that plate is heavy, huh?
Yeah, it's a nice amount of meat for sure. All right. So we're gonna bring this to a boil and throw the chilies in there. Let them cook for a little bit. I'm probably gonna give them about 5 minutes at a boil on the actual heat, and then I'm gonna cut it off and literally just let them sit in there and steep for about 20 to 30 minutes to give them enough time to get soft so that they don't have that hard texture. And then we're gonna throw them in a blender, make our chili sauce for our broth, and then we'll get everything going in the crock pot. If you're good at multitasking, this will be easy for you. If you're not so good at multitasking, you can still do it. Just work on your skills in the kitchen. It honestly took me a long time to get good at what I do as far as cooking, because there are a lot of steps that go into certain recipes, and multitasking has always been one of my strong points, whether it be in the kitchen or at work. I cannot read and talk to people though. I can tell you that. That is one thing that I can tell you. We figured that out yesterday, then we should.
He's lying because he used to be able to. I think he just ignores.
I don't be ignoring her. I just
Yes,
be
you
concentrated. It's concentration. When I'm concentrating on something, I cannot focus on something else. So if I'm reading something and you're trying to talk to me, 9 times out of 10, I'm not listening to you.
Oh, you were talking to me?
The people in there and you should. The people out in TV land. Where is your favorite spot to eat out in San Antonio? That's another thing that we've been wanting to do because we both ride, and we kind of wanted to do a San Antonio eats and also sites, like places to go. Where's your favorite place to eat in San Antonio? Drop the name below, and we're gonna go try it. If you're dropping it down below and you're like, this is my favorite place to eat, I would love to meet up with you guys. I'm sure we would both love to meet up with you guys and actually go and try these places out. So we're gonna let these sit in there. Water's coming to a boil still, but I figured I'd just give them some more time to actually soften up. I watched a couple videos, and the videos that they were saying that if you use the water that you originally boiled them in, they can get a little bitter, and it gives the entire meal a bitter taste. So I kind of want to stay away from that. Also going to chop up one of these bad boys and just add it in there just for a little bit of extra flavor. Feels so good to have new knives. So those of you that don't know, let me show you my other knife. I've been cooking with this thing for I don't know how long, but this side is even coming off now. Like, this knife is so ready to go, and I've been using it for so long.
He's emotionally attached to that knife, y'all.
Yeah, I remember when you were talking shit about it when it broke.
Oh my god.
And there too.
Don't you dare.
You can stop it. I honestly think
No, let them know.
So this towel is only for when you wash your hands and you want to dry them. Comment below if you think this is a bad place to put this towel if you can't use it to wipe your hands when you're cooking.
So my thing is, where else would you put it? Because when you dry your hands from washing your hands, it needs to air dry. So if I just leave it on the counter, it's gonna be that humid. So it's nice to hang it up. Trevor.
Extra.
Not extra. He loves to cook and I love to clean, y'all.
Perfect. We're the match made in heaven. Like, honestly, I used to try and help her clean, and then she would kind of talk shit about the way that I clean and go back and re-clean. So I was like, okay, now I don't feel too bad about my offering. Sugar, you're not gonna get any FaceTime? Let them know what you look like, Sugar.
They know what I look like.
Sexy ass.
No. They'll see what I look like when I'm eating them tacos. I think I'm not really into cooking because I'm really impatient and like I'm hungry now. So
hey, she can make the hell out of a sandwich though. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
She will hook a sandwich all the way up.
When we were younger, my mom used to get her food stamps, and we used to be, me and my brothers and well, all of us, we used to be so excited because we'd be like, oh, we can get the bolillo bread with some aguacate with Doritos, hot sauce and lime. Yes. Can never go wrong with a good sandwich.
Alright, so they're at a boil now. Damn, you can smell them bad boys.
That cough was from the chile, guys. God damn, that is strong.
So now that they're at a boil, I cut the heat off and I'm gonna let them sit here for about 20 minutes. Let's set a timer. So you're gonna throw all your beef into a crock pot, and then you're going to add all your seasonings and everything like that. Here we have some bay leaves. I'm gonna be throwing about 2 of these bad boys in there for a little bit of flavor. Just put those in there. I also have some thyme. Now seasoning, some people like to get really specific on it. Always remember, less is better, because you can always add more, but you cannot take seasoning out, okay? Yes, you. She's pointing at herself behind the camera. She will throw a ton of salt on something and it'll be super, super salty. She cooks, what is it? The sopa? And you add like a lot of salt in it. What is it? The fideo?
Like conchitas, little.
Yeah.
That's what they're called.
So I'm gonna add a little bit of thyme in here.
Cause I'm just putting me on blast.
Should be good. Adobo seasoning. So I'm gonna throw one of these. Some people were using like beef bouillon cubes. I personally think this adds good flavor into it. I'm just gonna use 1 packet.
1 packet?
1 packet.
Because we are the packets.
Packet squad. I'm gonna throw a little bit of garlic salt in here, and then I think I'm gonna mince up some garlic as well.
If you can get it open.
There we go. Sarambisha. Makes the outer shell a little bit easier to take off. Nice and smashed up. Now we're gonna cut up a little bit of this white onion. Cut a nice little chunk. Alright, so I am going to add one of these, I believe they're called Roma tomatoes. I'm going to add one of these to the chiles when I put it in the blender. But I just wanted to let you guys know I'll be putting this in there as well. And it's time. Yep, these chiles are nice and soft now. Oh. Alright, so since I messed up, got Shugs here. She is rinsing off the chiles. That is not how you're supposed to do it, guys. But this is real life. We're gonna keep it in there. Alright. People are gonna be like, why didn't you just dump them into the strainer? Don't
come for him. I'll come for you.
So I'm gonna put those into the blender. Pieces.
Again, he's doing this his own way, because I could already hear my grandma, because when she makes her salsa, she does use the water that she boils the chiles in. So this is different. Everybody can do it their own way.
Exactly. Alright.
No offense to my grandma. I had to throw that in there. So.
Some cheesecloth on this cup and then put a rubber band around it. This is pretty much going to strain out any of the seeds that may have gotten into there.
ASMR. I wish they had the microphone so they can hear what it sounds like.
This cup, honestly, is probably about 2 cups of water. So I've already put one in, and this is going to be the second one. So I want to say I'm putting about 4 cups. 4 cups of water in here. Definitely want to make sure that all of your beef is covered. Now everything's in there. We're gonna leave it on, it said about 4 to 6 hours for the meat to be really tender and juicy. We're gonna turn it on high, as you guys can see right there. And we're gonna let it sit. See when we come back. Honestly wish it would have been a little bit more red, but man.
Look, guys. You're a little messy, huh? My mouth just got watering.
Honestly, it could be spicier. I think with those other chiles that you were saying I should have got.
It has so much flavor though, and I'm not saying this just to hype you up, but it really does. Of course, like you said, the spiciness. We just gotta put some more chile rojo in there, but it's really, really good. Like, it's really flavorful.
Hell yeah. Sorry guys,
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, food truck.
House first.
House truck. I'm gonna pay for this later. Alright, well, you wanna close it out because I'm trying to eat.
Until the next one, guys. Again, this was Birria tacos. Let me know if you guys want to see something in particular. I will be trying this again because I want them to be red like the ones in all the other videos that I see, but they are amazing. But we're gonna get to smashing this. Until the next one, guys. Peace.